welcome back.
Hi, welcome to our show. This is Real Estate on Sunday. And if you'd like to get in touch with us, you can call us at 1-800-967-3561. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and now we have, you can listen to us live at mixlr.com/real-estate-on-Sunday.
Real Estate on Sunday, Mixlr.com. I'm Jim Lowenstern.
And I'm Diana Doherty. Welcome to our show.
Sorry about Led Zeppelin not being in stereo today. We'll work on that. Okay, so let's start today's show with the dumbest thing I've ever seen in real estate.
Oh, I love it. I'm so excited.
It's the new segment on the show, the dumbest thing.
I love that segment.
Okay.
This is going to be awesome.
And you know, there's so many dumb things.
There's too many. We could just do a show.
We could do an hour show every
week. We could do a weekly show on it.
We could do a daily show. We could 24/7. This is great. So.
Okay, so tell me what happened.
I'm not going to name the broker.
Don't do that.
I really should name the broker.
Yeah,
this is one of those brokers I really should name, but I'm afraid of the lawsuit.
Sure.
So,
a broker.
She's getting up there in years. She was old 20 years ago, and now I really haven't seen her that much.
Okay.
About her that much. She's just always one of those people I thought was kind of nasty.
A little old school.
No, she was.
Old school, surly real estate agent.
Fill in the blank. She was nasty.
Okay.
But she has a listing now.
Good for her. Still kicking.
And, basically $1 million listing. Mm-hmm. So $1 million listing, you figure, well, maybe hire a photographer to take some photos, especially if you don't know how to use a camera.
Sure.
So there are pictures of the outside. I have a feeling that there was actually film involved and a drop-off at Walgreens or something like that. And who knows? She probably mailed it into the MLS service to get it uploaded. But it literally says, not in disclosures or firm remarks or anything, right there in the main remarks, there's only like one sentence anyway, great house, come and see it. She writes, I should have printed out to get the exact quote, but I'll
wing it, yeah.
Yeah, I'll ad-lib here. She writes, there are no pictures of the inside because I don't know how to do it.
No way. In the description of the property?
$1 million house.
I love it.
$1 million house.
Oh, that's so classic,
Okay,
though.
so
This is awesome.
Is that the dumbest thing in real estate?
Oh, I love it. I think it's incredible. I wonder what her clients are thinking.
I don't think her clients really know. I don't think so.
Oh, my.
But I should probably do an anonymous, it won't be anonymous anymore.
Well, maybe you could drop, you can't put it in the mailbox, but you could just put the listing.
I won't do anything. I've learned, you just
karma.
Live and let live.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So
but
if you're out there listening,
maybe you should get a photographer.
Get a photographer, yeah. Or get your grandson to take a photo, or your great-grandson. Okay.
Well, that's great. I love that story.
Yeah. Do you have any stories? Because I know we have
the dumbest story. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
I got to think. I need a little more prep time. There's so many.
Okay. So we do have a guest today, but we're going to keep her waiting one more moment.
Okay.
Because I have a nice listing I want to mention.
Oh, yes.
So it's not in Castle's Mag yet, but it will be. I was trying to boot up my computer, do it really quickly, but it is. If you want to do a Google search in Newton, Massachusetts, Arnold Road. I have it in a 0 Arnold Road right now. It's $2,695,000. New construction, amazingly beautiful house. This is a high-end luxury builder from like Beacon Hill and Back Bay. Just beautiful woodwork throughout, and great lot. Walkout, full lower level with a full suite, bedroom, bath, game room, home theater. Bells and whistles abound. So actually, that's a call from the builder right now. He's probably listening, and he wants me to remind everyone that it has a steam shower or something like that. So just do a Google search for 0 Arnold Road and call me, and I'll be doing open houses this weekend, so you can meet me in person.
Ultimate Entertainment House.
Yes. Actually, we had a little party there
Nice.
last evening, and hey, how come you didn't come? No excuse.
I
No
do.
excuse.
I do have excuse.
You'll come the next time.
I will.
All right, so should we just get right to the guest before we lose her?
Yes, that's great.
Okay. What's her name?
Candy, we have Candy Miles Crocker on hold here.
You have to push the button.
I know.
How to do that? Is that
And then, okay,
is
sorry.
that
yeah.
Candy? Candy.
Hi, Candy.
Hey, hi.
Hi, welcome to Real Estate on Sunday. I'm Diana Doherty, and this is Jim Lowenstern with us.
Hi, Candy.
Gentlemen, Diana.
How are you?
Good. How are you both?
So,
Good.
Candy has been an active realtor for almost 14 years. She works in Washington, D.C. and Virginia, and has a sales license in Maryland as well. She's also created and founded the Real Life Real Estate Training Program, and that teaches real estate professionals what really happens during the real estate transaction. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. So happy to be here.
So, Candy, what really happens during a real estate transaction?
Well, it's all the things that they never teach you in the pre-licensing class. They don't teach.
That's a lot.
They don't teach you anything.
I know.
They try to teach you how to avoid a lawsuit is what they teach you, but in the day-to-day, dealings of a real estate agent, you know that we deal with so many different scenarios. Just even, how to leave a voicemail, how to communicate, how to write an offer, and, that all-important buyer presentation and listing presentation. So there's just a lot that they don't even scratch the surface on.
Okay. So, when you coach, this is all remotely, or do you do it face-to-face? Do we have to fly to you, or how do we get your coaching?
Face-to-face, and some of it is remotely, via telephone or Skype. And typically what I find is that people or agents think they're working, and they're doing activities that give the illusion of working, because working for them is often fearful. Because with real estate, you have to put yourself out there and not be afraid to talk to strangers and ask for business. And a lot of people have difficulty asking for business.
Why do you think that? Why do you think that they have difficulties with that?
A couple of things. Fear of rejection, that I want them not to like me. Fear that someone is going to ask them something they don't know. This is especially true with new agents. So instead of me putting myself out there, they might ask a question I don't know. I just won't ask. And the third thing is that when they talk to their friends and family, they don't want them to feel like they're begging for business or not doing as well as they think they should be doing. So it's all about their image that they're worried about. And they don't want their friends to perceive that they're not doing well.
Okay. So how do they handle it?
It's kind of interesting, isn't it? So what I have to teach them to do is, it's easy to talk to people who love you. I call them everybody has a fan club, so it's the I Love Diana fan club, I Love Candy fan club, and those are people who
What about the I Love Jim fan club?
Jim, you have a fan club too? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to leave you out there.
Being left out.
But you go to your fan club members first, and you just talk to them, and if these are people who don't want to see you succeed, then they're not really your friends. And that's hard for people to get their head wrapped around, is that not everybody in your sphere is really out for your best interest.
I do agree with that. Some people don't want you to do well. They don't like you.
So those are the people you need to eliminate.
Get them out.
You're
They're out
right.
of your fan club.
Yeah, they're not in your fan club. They shouldn't even be in your sphere, because they're just negative people, and they're always going to be like Debbie Downer. So don't even go to those people, but go to the people who want to see you succeed, and say, hey, I'm a new real estate agent, or I'm an agent, business is good, but I could always use more. Who do you know who can help me? And I also ask them to do things that are completely out of their comfort zone, like door knocking. Because I don't know many people who like door knocking, but if you knock with a purpose, because if you go to a neighborhood, for instance, that you want to farm, well, don't go and give them something like one of those magnetic calendars that I hate, that I can't even read. But if you give them information about homes that have recently sold in their neighborhood, no one's going to turn that away. They love knowing what the house down the street sold for. So if you can give me that information, I don't have to search for it. I love you. So you do that, once a quarter, and just let people start to recognize who you are and that you are a real estate agent. And those are the types of things you can do for free.
So that's how many doors a quarter?
Well, it all depends on your comfort level. I always tell people the first weekend or the first evening, start with about 10, because your fear factor is going to be high, your anxiety level is going to be high. So you do 10, and you realize that nobody hurt you or said anything that was just so detrimental you couldn't wake up the next morning. Then you can add to that. But start with 10 and then build on that. I would actually recommend you do it every month, because you might do 10 this weekend, 10 next weekend, 10 the following weekend. And just every weekend you're just giving them, analysis of their neighborhood.
Why on the weekend? Why not during the weekdays?
I find that people are a little busy in the evening, especially now time changes. When in the spring it's a little bit different because it's lighter out, and just for safety reasons as well.
Why just in the evening?
White evening?
Why? Yeah, you said.
What about
evening.
during the day?
During the day, because you want to meet people. So a lot of people probably are at work. If you live in an older community that might be retired, but this is something you don't really want to put just in their door handle or something. You want to have a little bit of a conversation and to introduce yourself.
So let's talk about you. You've done it for 14 years. Have you been knocking on doors, Candy?
Of course.
Yeah?
Of course.
Okay, so you knock just on the weekend evenings?
I don't do too many evenings. I do weekends. Weekends around 11 o'clock, noon.
Okay.
Or sometimes in the summertime I'll do around 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
Okay.
So those are the time frames that I find people are generally either they haven't gone out of the house to run their errands, or they're back from running their weekend errands.
I did that once. I started in real estate in Florida, and I got my license. It was in the summer.
Okay.
In the Palm Beach area. I actually started on a little island called Hypoluxo. It's in Manalapan. Very, very nice little waterfront community there. And started knocking. I had I came from Boston down to Florida, so the only thing I had was a corduroy sport jacket. I put on my
Do they have patches?
Yeah,
on all those?
I think it actually did. So you can picture this corduroy and patch.
Nice.
Yeah, it was very nice.
That was style.
Oh yeah.
It was the style.
I was styling for sure. So just picture July in Florida, midday sun, knocking on
like 100
doors.
degrees out.
So. I've been doing this business for over 30 years. Is it any wonder I haven't knocked on a door since?
Yeah.
I lasted about 20 minutes. I don't think I met anyone, but I was dehydrated and had to be hooked up to an IV after that. I think your idea is great,
It's
Candy.
wonderful.
I think that my suggestion for your coaching, when you're telling people to do this, they have to pick a number, they have to pick an area, and they have to be committed to that area and that number, and it's almost like a daily thing. I would say 4 out of 7 days a week, they should probably knock 50 houses, and I'll tell you why. Once they start getting success in that area, they're going to get listings in that area, the phone's going to ring, someone's going to want to see their listing that's a block over. They're going to own that town.
Nice.
Right,
Right. But, what you're saying about weekends and evenings and, start once a quarter, if there isn't a full commitment, I don't want to be preachy, but it ain't going to happen.
You have to be consistent.
Oh, and you have to do a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, you have to be consistent, but what I've found is if you tell an agent that they have to do 50 houses,
It's overwhelming.
it's just too much. It's just too big.
Candy.
You have to break it down into bite-sized pieces.
Candy, I'm going to teach you how to coach, okay? You have to tell them right up front, this business is tough, and if you're not willing to put in the hard work, get out now.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna knock you on your butt. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
10 houses?
I
Are
found
you
that most-
kidding me?
Like, this is the easiest career ever.
10 houses. If you knock on the door of 10 houses, and let's assume all 10 actually even speak to you if they're
If
home.
1 out of 10 even agrees to
It's
do
a
anything.
100-year process.
Yeah.
4 days a week, 50 houses a day, and if they're not there, you are putting something on their doorknob.
Sure.
You know who you are.
That I came by, come give me a call.
Community newsletter, your listing fact sheet, stuff, so
Resume.
they can get everything. And
I like it.
and so what's that? 200 houses a week. That's 800. I think they should be knocking on the same door at least once a month. Like, you know, it's got to have some
That would be
kind
ideal, yes.
And then eventually you can have some kind of more relationship where you don't have to go by every month, where you can call and
Once they
talk
get
to them.
to know you and they're familiar
Yeah.
with your face and all of that, yes.
It's politics. I mean, if you're going to run for president, do you go to one town in New Hampshire and go, well, I had some donuts and coffee in
I'm good.
in New Hampshire. Yeah, I'm good.
It's a campaign. It really is.
It really is.
It really is. It really is.
And it's a marathon, too.
But so many people, so many agents don't look at themselves as marketers. They don't understand, well, I'm an agent. I'm like, you wear so many different hats. You have to do all of it and do it all of it simultaneously. You just can't do this little piece of it and ignore another piece. You have to be consistent with everything that you do. Otherwise, you're just doomed for failure.
So don't do that 10 door stuff again. That's coddling. Yeah, if you want to
50.
coach, you got to kick their butt. I'm going to coach you to coach them.
Well, that's good, but
I'll
over
send you
years,
my bill.
I found that if you give them too big of a chunk, it's just, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time.
So you're still active selling?
Yes, I'm active in D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. I'm an associate broker in Virginia and D.C.
Is that at the same company, Long and Foster Real Estate?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you have two offices.
We have thousands of offices, but I'm affiliated with 2 of them.
Okay.
So how long have you been doing the coaching thing?
8 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. I wonder how you showed up on my radar. I got emails, but I may have probably are you advertising on Active Rain or something?
It was on Mastermind.
I'm on Active Rain. I'm on
And
LinkedIn.
Mastermind.
I'm Tumblr. Lots of different
So
places.
I'm sorry. Someone was talking in my ear when I asked the
Over.
question.
I'm sorry, I should have
So
done
you
it.
are on Active Rain?
Yes, I am on
Okay.
Active
Okay.
Rain.
Does that work for you?
4 years now.
Active Rain is good?
Yes, yes.
Okay, all right. All right, we're gonna break for a quick word from our sponsor. You'll hold on, Candy?
I certainly will.
Okay,
Thank
good.
you.
When you are looking to buy or sell real estate and you are looking for the right realtor to do business with, NewEnglandProsperity.org is a nationwide network of carefully selected brokers who are willing to give both you and your favorite charity a large portion of their commission. These brokers are only too happy to donate to a charity and to credit you back money to help with things such as your mortgage closing costs, title insurance, moving expenses, and more. When you're starting to look for a realtor first, go to NewEnglandProsperity.org and sign up. You'll be referred to a broker who will have your interests first and who will also credit you and donate to charity. Look them up at NewEnglandProsperity.org. And when you sign up on their website, you can expect a top broker to return to you with a call to begin discussing the next steps in your selling or buying process. NewEnglandProsperity.org brokers make it easy to buy and sell real estate, and they make it easy for you to pay for your closing costs because they pitch in with a piece of their commission and they make charitable contributions. For all of the information, just go to NewEnglandProsperity.org. We are changing the way America buys and sells real estate.
Okay, so we're back. What about social media? What are you telling your what do you call them? Coachees?
I tell them that they need to have a presence on the internet and they need to figure out where their people hang out. So whether that's, I like LinkedIn. I started off with Facebook quite heavily, but now I'm moving into more LinkedIn because I feel that's where the money is. Facebook I've seen some decline. However, I still use it because I still get lots of very good referrals from Facebook. So between Facebook and LinkedIn, those are the 2 I hit the hardest, and those are 2 I recommend the most.
Okay, all right. So what are people posting on LinkedIn? It's the same kind of thing that you would post on Facebook? There's statuses and links to listings, or?
It's more links to listings. It's talking about open houses, brokers open, interesting houses they've seen, information on financing, interest rates, etc., what the feds are talking about, anything that could be related to real estate.
Anything beyond social media? Like what do you do? You're doing
Knocking on doors.
well, no, for the coaching, you're doing videos and stuff online, right?
Videos, I blog, LinkedIn, Tumblr, Facebook, Twitter.
I think I saw a picture of you, a video of you. You were in your kitchen or something.
No, that wasn't me.
That wasn't you?
I was probably in my living room.
Okay, living room then. Okay, I thought it was in the house. That's okay. Well, what we do is we paint our walls green and we put special effects up. You might want to do that.
I like a more personal.
Chroma key green, and then you can have your video editor put you in like the south of France or something.
Yeah, not so much. But I let agents. I try to tell agents to do whatever's going to work best for them and the audience that they're looking to serve.
I should have asked you to turn your phone
Yes.
off, but that's okay. What do you charge for your coaching?
Hold on a second. All right. So, yeah, whatever works for them and their sphere of influence, that's what, and people they're trying to reach. If you're trying to look for, upper bracket clients or people in a particular neighborhood, see what resonates in that neighborhood. Go to those restaurants and see if you can host something there. Any number of things just to make it more personal to what you're looking to do. Because I think too often we try to be cookie cutters and one size fits all, and it doesn't. Because if it doesn't resonate with you or the people you're trying to serve, it's not going to work.
Okay, so the question was, what do you charge for your coaching?
Well, my coaching, I just finished up a special offering where you purchase my home study program along with my coaching, and that was $3,500 for a 90-day time period.
$3,500. So that's
Personal coaching?
One-on-one?
No, it's group coaching. It was for 18 patients.
Oh, okay. All right. So that was probably in the D.C. area?
No, it was across the country.
Oh, okay. And that was on Skype?
No, we do webinars on that.
Webinars.
Okay.
All right. That sounds
That's how you
interesting.
communicate.
So, how do you gauge results? How do you gauge success of your coaching so that you can get new students or new coachees in the future?
I gauge success by your commitment to the program, if you've done the activities, how many appointments have you gone on, what's your closing ratio in signing up buyers, getting listings, and then closing those transactions. Mm-hmm. So it's all numbers driven. Like I had an agent just this past week, oftentimes, like you were saying, people think this is an easy job, and they think I'll do it my way. And so after about 6 months of trying to do it her way, she finally decided that, okay, I need help. So she started adapting my policies, my procedures and strategies and systems. And she told me, she says, I think I'm going to close 3 people just this week. And this is after maybe a month of on the program. She's like, well, why didn't I start this sooner? But you have to just focus on the activities that are going to be revenue producing and not just busy work, as I call it, like they gave you in 2nd grade.
Good advice. Very good advice.
Yeah, because that's what they'll do. They go to different trainings. They'll go, I'm going to get this license, I'm going to get this designation, that's all the illusion of working.
all the letters after your name.
Nobody cares about that.
Yeah.
To get out there and show your face and hustle.
Very true. So if someone's been in the business for a year, well, okay, so here's a quick question. We're going to start wrapping up, but scientists discovered about 2 years ago that there's a realtor gene. They found this in the DNA. Did you hear about this?
I have not heard.
I have
of
never
it.
heard this.
So there are actually people that have this gene, and then there's some people that don't. So let's say that you're coaching someone that doesn't have this gene, and no matter what you do, it's just not working. Do you believe that that's true?
I do believe that's true. Yes.
Okay.
Like some people just aren't cut out to do
I
it.
totally made it up.
I mean,
But
well, I just think
know,
that there's
I know
some
you made
people
up
that can,
the
that
gene
are,
part, but I totally understand that this is not for everybody.
right.
And I have told people this may not be the career for you.
well, I think some people don't have the discipline for themselves to do things like this, or the guts to go and knock on 50 doors and take it, because when you're knocking on 50 doors, you're not going to get 50 out of 50, you're going to get a lot of rejection. You might get 2 out of 50, maybe 1, or maybe 0.
You'll probably not even get
Get
anybody
nothing,
home,
you
but
know?
it doesn't matter.
So
You're
you still-
making the effort, and you're
you gotta
there,
keep doing
and
it.
you're communicating that you're there, and this is what you do, and you're the professional in the area. I mean, it's such an easy business in a way, but it's such a hard business.
It
in a
really
way.
is. And
Because realtors don't treat it, a lot of them don't treat it like a job.
Right, well, that's,
You're in that job, and you have to have discipline, consistency, and I always say it's a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing that you can set your own schedule, but it's a curse that you can set your own schedule.
right.
And it also takes a type of person that's comfortable being able to continue to do this, handle rejection, understand success, that it might
Take a while.
take a while.
Yes.
It's work.
So-
It's not going to happen overnight.
It's not going to happen.
So what happens when you have an agent who gives you the money and keeps giving you the money, and nothing's going to happen? Do you kick them out of the program?
Oh, I don't let them keep giving me the money, first of all.
Okay.
Because if I notice right away that they're not doing the activities, because that's my reputation, so I don't often think, well, I'm taking this training program, but I'm not having success. No, you're not. You're taking the program, but you're not doing the activities. So that's when I always say, well, perhaps you need to rethink this. Because you can't keep spending good money and not producing any results.
Okay. Well,
Definitely.
thanks for coming on the show. Do you have any other questions, Diana?
No. Thank you, Candy.
Candy,
Thanks for having
it was
me.
a pleasure. Let's do it again sometime.
Sounds good. Make it a great day.
All right, so what else should we talk about before we wrap up? Should we have one more commercial?
Sure.
Do one more.
I love it.
When you are searching for a new home, you want to be working with a realtor with years of experience, a professional with intimate knowledge of the communities that you are considering moving to, and someone who really wants to represent you as a buyer in what is probably the largest investment you will ever make in your lifetime. The realtors at Castles Unlimited want to be your choice when you are ready to make your next move. Please visit us at castlesunlimited.com or call us anytime at 800-967-3561. The realtors at Castles Unlimited are here to help your next purchase, lease, or sale of any real estate the easiest decision you've ever made. Start your search anytime, 24/7 at castlesunlimited.com.
Great. Okay, so that was a good show. We'll do it. I won't be here next week. but
Yep, Jim won't be here.
I know you're all sad. All 2 of you. But you would still do the
Yes,
show
we'll do it with,
Rosemary.
Yes, we have to confirm that 100%.
Okay.
So please call us 1-800-967-3561. You can talk to us live on Thursdays at 11 o'clock. And that's Real Estate on Sunday. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter.
Okay. Until next week,
I'm Diana Doherty.
I'm Jim Lowenstern. Thanks for joining us.
Know your dreams.
Live your dreams.
There you go.